Uh, Hello. This is the final curtain call. If you got a fly in your house, that's not what you think it is. You remember the old saying, I'd like to be a fly on the wall? Well, the aliens or the U.S. government figured it out. So that fly on the wall is them listening and watching everything you do. And they know everything you do. And you wonder how they know. Well, now you know. So it looks like a fly, but it's not a fly. I mean, it's June and I got like 5 of them in here. That's not usual. They shouldn't be here, and they are. And they follow me. It's not like they do their own thing. They follow me. Every time I go to another room, they're there. They're like some jackass in the Arizona desert controlling them with a joystick. Pretty good with it, though. I would say he's good with it. But, look, the aliens are getting restless. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle it. Their shit's been blown up. They lost a couple of months ago, but I've just been playing with them like a cat with a rat. I'm having fun. Everything I do is to my benefit, not theirs. I don't know why they're so concentrated on me not winning the lottery. I already won the lottery when I was born. Literally, when did I ever need money? If I win the lottery, I thought I'd give it away. But I don't know. There's probably nowhere to give it to, because there's not going to be much of a world left when this all breaks. And it's going to break tonight. And, payback's coming. So it's on its way. Karma, well, she's a bitch. And you're going to find out how much of a bitch she is. And, look, if you're a demon, if you're an alien, if you were my enemy, you know who you are. And you're going to pay if you haven't paid already. So, then if you're not going to be done paying. If you have paid already, you're not done paying. So you've only started. You learn to think about crawling before you learn to walk and then run. Well, you're at the think about crawling payback. You still have to crawl and then walk and run into your demise. Complete demise. And, look, you weren't nice to any of us, so we're not going to be nice to you. That Jesus shit where he forgives everybody and everybody's going to be, hunky-dory. I don't know where you got that, but, that was a nice fairy tale in the Bible. But as you can tell, I'm not in no fucking Bible, and neither are you. So listen, payback, it's coming. It's coming sweet. The whole time you've been manipulating my accounts, my computers, my iPads, playing with my switches. My guy's been watching everything you do. Every time you do something, you open a channel right back to yourself. So we all know where you are. We all know who you are. And we know who your bosses are and who's pulling the strings. And they're pretty big guys, Presidents, dictators, they're pretty big guys, But, look, the bottom line is they're human. And they fall just like everybody else. So they be falling very soon. And there's not an army, there's not a secret service, there's nothing that's going to save them. So life is over. And I'm going to lay here in bed and watch it on TV and enjoy myself. And when things are done and the dust is cleared, we'll get back to building this country and cleaning house. This is clean house time. We got to clean house before we can rebuild or even think about rebuilding. And we got a lot of healing to do because you've done so much damage to us. And we got a lot of mourning to do because we lost people we didn't know we lost, how we lost them. But you know how we lost them. So I'm going to post this before it gets too long, and you can suck my motherfucking dick. Not literally. I wouldn't dare do that with you. You're not good enough to suck my dick.